In this video, we are going to discuss Web Application Firewall. If you remember, in firewall technology and previous lecture, we discussed many firewall type, and one of them was Web Application Firewall. So let me explain you further what is Web Application Firewall. The abbreviation is normally we say WAF, is Web Application Firewall. A Web Application Firewall is a network security firewall solution that protect web application from HTTP and web application based security vulnerability. So anything and any vulnerability related to HTTP and web application, mobile application, those vulnerability can be protected using WAF. Because traditional firewall is limited to functions such as packet filter firewall, network, port address translation, and VPN. Even the next generation firewall cannot protect many vulnerability related to HTTP. That's why I'm going to show you. Normally this is a interview question, why we need web application firewall, that if we have already next generation firewall in our environment, in our organization, in our enterprise. And in the introduction of next generation firewall, we say that next generation firewall can do anything. But the reason is many attack which is related specially to web application, HTTP, HTTPS and vulnerability, it cannot be protected by next generation firewall. That's why we need a special type of firewall which is called Web Application Firewall. Like F5, like Fortinet, they also have Web Application Firewall. Yeah, to some extent, there is some vulnerability which can be protected by next generation firewall. Let me show you. I create a small topology to show you. I have WAF and here I have internal server. So let me go to my internal server and let me open one application which is PHP Action, where you can do a lot of attack. I don't want to go in detail. I just want to show you why we need WAF. One of the attack is, suppose I am student 1 and this is student 1 login. So I'm login, it's okay. And if I go to your control panel, so here is showing the user, but I can manipulate this one. If I type here student 2, so it will show me the student 2 detail. Do you think next generation firewall can protect you from such manipulation? No. If I type here star, let me type a star here, it will show all the user. Look it, this is manipulation. Another attack is related to, let me log out here and let me type SQL injection. Yeah, SQL injection is okay. SQL injection, we know that SQL injections, some next generation firewall support next generation firewall support to protect you. So let me copy this next generation SQL injection attack and let me paste here and let me paste here and go. It will stop because I'm using WAF and this is web application attack vulnerability. Also there is another attack, cross-site scripting. Let me try this one and let me paste here and go. You see, it's blocked. So I cannot do cross-site scripting attack. I cannot do cross-site reflected attack. Let's try this one. Can I do this one? No. SQL injection, manipulation, so many attacks are there. Parameter tampering, cross-site scripting, SQL injection. There are many attacks which I mention here. I'm not going in detail of WAF, just give you an introduction. These are the projects when you go there. So they mention the top risk related to WAF and web application, like injection, SQL injection, NoSQL injection, OS injection, LDEF injection, any sort of injection. So I know injection can be blocked by our next generation firewall as well. It's okay. Broken authentication, no. Only WAF can do this for you. Sensitive data exposure, yeah, to somehow next generation firewall can do this one. Cross-site scripting, broken access control, security misconfiguration, cross-site scripting, insecure method, many method, vulnerability, insufficient logging and monitoring. And these are the old one as well. Every 2 year or 3 year they are changing. These are many things, and I believe I mentioned somewhere as well. If I have the page open so that I can show you from there as well. This one. It is called Open Web Application Security Project. And they mention top 10 most common application vulnerability. It also shows their risk, impact and countermeasure. So these are the top 10 most common application vulnerability, like injection, broken authentication, sensitive data, XML, broken access control, security misconfiguration, cross-site scripting, which I told you some of them. You can find from this website. Injection, broken authentication, sensitive data. So these are the top web application attack. So some of them is possible by next generation firewall, but not most of them. So that's why we need a special type of firewall which is called WAF, Web Application Firewall, which can protect you from such type of attack. That's why I told you that next generation firewall also can do somehow like URL filtering. So WAF can also do URL filtering, antivirus, anti-malware, and Trojan prevention system, and more. But there are many things which cannot be protected by next generation firewall. So that's why we need WAF, a special type of firewall which can protect your HTTP and your web and mobile application vulnerability and attack. So WAF devices are widely used to protect website, e-commerce website, mobile app, and any other online application. And normally we deploy between application server and network edge router and firewall. A WAF filter, monitor and block HTTP, HTTPS traffic to and from web application to protect against attack to compromise the system data. That's why we use web application firewall. So this is a special type of firewall where they can protect you from such attack, SQL and cross-site scripting and so many other attack, which is not possible by next generation firewall. So I hope so is now you get the idea that what is the difference between next generation firewall and why we need WAF, Web Application Firewall. And I show you from here. If I, instead of this firewall, WAF, if I deploy checkpoint, either Palo Alto firewall, either Fortinet firewall, so yeah, SQL injection can be blocked, but not other attack which I done, like a manipulation. Field manipulation, no, it's not possible. Cross-site scripting is not possible by any firewall of next generation to block them, because they don't know about these. They are not trained to stop such attack. So this was a little demonstration to show you, because I need to open any next generation firewall to show you that can you block this? No, it's not possible. But at least you get the idea that why we need WAF.